how would you react if she was released?
I would be happy. She's our friend, and she's the best investigative journalist in Azerbaijan. We're missing her, and I think with her struggle, she has proved that it's possible to stay a journalist, to defend your human dignity, and to put up the fight for freedom. In any situation, no matter how hopeless the situation may seem. And just by that, she inspired a lot of people in Azerbaijan, also a lot of young people, to join this struggle. As a journalist, as activist, as politician, and I think that she turned in a symbol of struggle for freedom in Azerbaijan, but also more and more, into a symbol for freedom around the world. She uncovered a lot of the entire corrupt network of how presidential family, via offshores, is behind every industry in Azerbaijan, and they really went after her. They started to film her private life, blackmailing her, and of course Khadija rejected any kind of blackmail. But the attack against Khadija, her arrest, absurd charges of tax evasion, abuse of power against her, they show also the fear of the government that they have when it comes to independent media, independent journalists. And of course, when we talk about independent media, independent journalism, Khadija is a symbol, of independent journalism in Azerbaijan, but also, in the world. Unfortunately, trials in Azerbaijan, they have no meaning. It's not any sort of institution where citizens can go and rely on justice or expect any deliverance of any justice. It's just a formal gathering, a tool of oppression, a political tool. So it can happen that Khadija will be released, but it will be a political decision. It's not going to be a decision of the judge. That is possible. Or she will not be released. And again, it's not going to be decision of the judge. It will be a political decision that was made in presidential administration. Well, the situation in independent media is very difficult. We recently discovered that Azerbaijan authorities secretly launched criminal investigation against Meydan TV, and there are 15 journalists inside and outside of Azerbaijan who are involved in this case. We think that government is very concerned with the success that we are having in recent times in terms of reaching out to a large audience of people inside and outside of Azerbaijan. And until now, and I can talk about the example of Meydan TV, every time they attacked us, arrested our journalists, tortured them, arrested our relatives, forced our relatives to publicly denounce us by writing humiliating letters in support of President Aliyev, calling us enemies of state. Every time when these attacks happened, we gave a response that our response will be expanding the audience, doing better work, doing more investigations. And I can say now that we have been quite successful in doing so, despite of all the attacks. And every attack, as before, we try to turn to our advantage.